Recent increase of child sexual abuse in Nigeria. With the recent rape case between Nollywood Yoruba actor Baba Ijesha and the 14-year-old foster daughter of Nigerian female comedian Princess, who accused the actor of raping her daughter at age 7, based on these allegations and backlashes on social media from fellow celebrities such as Iyabo Ojo, Mercy Aigbe and others who condemned him for his actions, there has been some sort of awareness drawn towards the incessant cases of child molestation, specifically child rape, in the society. Yoruba actors appear divided in their stance concerning the rape allegations leveled against their colleague Olanrewaju James aka Baba Ijesha. The Lagos State Police Command arrested Baba Ijesha on Tuesday, the 27th of April 2021 for sexually assaulting the said 14-year-old minor since she was 7 years old, following a complaint last week Monday at Sabo Police Station in Yaba area of the state. The actor later confessed to the crime and was captured by closed-circuit television in the victim's house. However, since the news came to the fore, several Yoruba actors have expressed divergent views on the matter, while some set of actors appear sympathetic to the actor's plight. Others are drumming support in the fight for justice for the defiled minor.
That's my question. Why molest a 7-year-old? Is sexual molestation, is it right?
You just tell me I don't understand no,
I understand him now. What? She was on English.
No, the thing is that he molested her when she was 7. And then he came now that she's 14.
To do it again. Okay, why do it again now? Why do it again now? Okay, tell us, why do it again now?
I want to say not do it.
No, but why do it again now? I'm going to come. Why do it again now? Why do it again now?
That's why today on Public Announcement, we'll be going on the street to get people's opinions on the increased cases of child sexual abuse in Nigeria and also know the suggested punishment they would rather see a sexual predator get faced with. Do not go anywhere.
Hi guys, welcome to the hardest show in Africa. My name is Lexi Amarni, and on today's show, I'm going to be discussing about a very sensitive topic. I'm talking about rape. The question on everyone's lips is, why do people rape? Why should you rape at all? And what's the idea behind child rape? Crazy if you ask me. We want to know today what you think the penalty for every rapist should be and someone who falsely accuses someone about raping them. Tell us. All this we have for you today, so sit back, relax, because it's about to be a very amazing moment. My name is Lexi Amani. Welcome to Public Announcements. Why do you think people rape people?
Wow, talking about rape in Nigeria is like, I won't use the word like, it's an hobby. It don't some company work. It don't be like normality to us, because the rapists on Nigeria now, they start to the counter, well, it's a multitude.
Why do you think people involved in such acts?
We're talking about the main reason. On my understanding, I'm not looking and say that they find sex, not be sex make young man they rape or grandpa they rape somebody. I say like diabolic issue, because it be like disgrace. I used to say senior man is sleeping young girl traditionally.
Well, we have to first attest to the fact that pedophiles, are all around us. I see it as a very, very abnormal, thing to do, a very, very abnormal thing like that most people do at all in the society. I just think it's so abnormal.
I really can't say why people rape people, but I believe we have to ask the rapists why they rape, do what they do. Because I really can't say as to why this person rapes this other person. It's quite a number of things at the same time, but no one can actually decide for the other person. It's just best to ask get the answer from the horse's mouth. I really can't say much to that.
For my studies of psychology, when I was back in school, humans, we have innate desires, you understand? So sometimes when those desires can't be properly expressed, it leads to situations like this. That's my own, I think that's the number one thing that I will hold. So I just feel that it's probably a desire that didn't mature properly, or they didn't express it. Maybe while they were young, they were sort of hidden from some kind of things, and now that they are exposed, they are uncivilized and uncultured concerning that kind of thing. That's my opinion.
Great stuff.
I think people that rape people, I think they are abnormal human beings. They are insane.
I believe they are terrorists because it's not good. And according to the law, I believe the government should take law into justice. It's not fair at all, because many people, they have lost their life as a result of this rape. So it's not fair at all. Many has got a long time injury through this, deaths, untimely deaths, which is not supposed to be. In a country, a famous person and actor to the core is not meant to be done. Or is he using it for something? Maybe they told him to use it for something, to find a baby, a 3-year-old baby. It's not fair, it's not done. Please, the government will take justice.
Honest with you, a lot of things that happen in this country, Nigeria, rape, child abuse, and certain things that happen. Well, let me say, if I could put that position, let me say, I could ever said in other ways. So that child abuse in Nigeria means because of why Nigerians doesn't have a human rights protection in this country. Everybody can come out and do whatever they want to do and go scot-free. It's something that you see some baby now. It happens to some places. Some all these things that happen past days. A star, a movie Nollywood star that raped a teenager girl, raping the girl for many years. Don't surprise. The parents will have an idea because the guy has power and connection. They will try to cover it because of why those people they have strong and power in this country. A lot of things keep on happening in this country, Nigeria. It's not the case of all this because of why they have people in power. That's why the intimidators of those people doing those child abuse in this country. What will do that? Nigeria need to have a human right that can fight for all those abuse of which child abuse in this country. That's why I see in this.
Child sexual abuse, also referred to as child molestation, is a form of child abuse in which an adult or older adolescent uses a child for sexual stimulation. Based on research, the forms of child sexual abuse include engaging in sexual activities with a child, whether by asking or pressuring or by other means, the indecent exposure of the genitals, female nipples, or any other private organ of both genders, child grooming, and child sexual exploitation, including using a child to produce child pornography. Child sexual abuse can occur in a variety of settings, including home, school, or work, in places where child labor is common. The effects of child sexual abuse can include depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, propensity to further victimization in adulthood, and physical injury to the child, among other problems. Sexual abuse by a family member is a form of incest and can result in more serious and long-term psychological trauma, especially in the case of parental incest.
We are going to say no to molestation, and yes, I stand to use one of my own as a scapegoat. If they release Baba Jesha, we are going to rearrest him. And this will no longer be a state thing, it will now become a federal. You will know that the voice of man is the voice of God. With that video that I used my koro eyes to watch, the best thing Princess did for me was allowing me watch that video.
So what do you think should be the penalty for every rapist?
Okay, talking about penalty for rapists, to me, those victims where they rape, not be for them to go jail, because now make the devil, because according to scripture, it said the devil came to kill, steal, and to destroy. In one made they pass pain, in one made they suffer. So most of the people who rape, the people who do the rape, so they need to. If not deliverance, when they find something go be like from a deliverance class, because very necessary. You know this Nigeria issue, the rapist issue. Even me myself, you get one guy for our area when he rape one small pikin for our working place. The matter that we correct her, and they let them know say abemona the man want not to beat her due to say this issue so na spiritual issue. Most of the rapists on Nigeria, to me, are the same thing as spiritual matter. Not be joke, my guy.
Sure, there should be a penalty, but first you can't actually you can't actually put a penalty without finding the cause of the problem. First of all, such individual needs to be sorted out, needs to be asked that why did you do so? Such individual needs help. But if such individual is the kind of person that knows what he or she is doing, there should be a penalty, and I think imprisonment. And if it gets worse, well, I can't say much than that.
Do you think there should be a penalty for every rapist? And if there should be, what penalty should that be?
There should definitely be a cautionary measure for every rapist. Like, people should know that there are consequences for whatever action they are taking. So what that would be, I really can't say that for now, because I would not want to be emotional and just say, okay, cut off the whatever. I mean, it's not my decision to make, but I believe that, yeah, the society should actually come together on and have like a proper reason or just reason around what the punishment for rapists should actually be. But me personally, I don't have an answer to that right now because I'm not even thinking about it. But yeah, definitely there should be a punishment for whoever does the act. So like, you should understand that there are consequences for whatever action you're taking, regardless of your reason. I mean, there should not. I don't think there's any reasonable reason for raping. So, and if you are found wanting it with regards to that, you should definitely face the penalty.
The penalty. Wow. I think that's a question I would say is beyond me, because it's not. I'm not feeling pity for people that rape, but at the same time, I'm not sure they came into this world and said, "I want to be a rapist." Like I'm not justifying them, but I'm also not accusing them. I just feel there's a background story to all these things. It could be that.
Sorry to cut you, but if someone listens to you now, they'll think you're a rape apologist.
Oh no, nothing like that. Nothing. I have a sister, I have a mother, I have a girlfriend, and in a couple of years' time, I'll be married. I would not want anything to happen to somebody that I know, so I'm not an apologist at all. All I'm saying is that. Like they say, temper mercy with justice, and we actually, when we get somebody that is a rapist, I feel we should dive into that person's background. If then you do not find anything that could have led to such an action, I feel then, okay, this person has chosen to rape. It's his choice. It's not like a background story was behind it. I think that is something that we should also think about moving forward in this situation.
I think he's dead, because by the time you take him to court, they are going to leave him on bail. So death penalty. Because if someone do that to my child, I'm going to kill that person.
Me, I believe the penalty. A time ago, they passed a bill that anybody that rapes, they are going to go to imprisonment, maybe lifetime, maybe like 13 years, or they give them years, they will go. For him to know that what he did is not good. So it's going to teach Nigerians lesson that rape is not good.
We all know penalty. Western world, you know what penalty is. Like Peter Crouch, a former star in London, UK, a former Liverpool star. What happened to him when he raped a little girl? He swept all the streets of London for how many years? And had the penalty to pay for it. If you really have to do this, you have a penalty to pay for it. You pay in cash, you pay in rebel. Even you still go to prison for it. That's my own penalty that people face it. That's all.
Do you think there should be a penalty for every false accuser?
Yes, sure, there should be.
Should the penalty be?
Maybe community service. Yeah, or a year or 2 in jail should work, yeah.
The global prevalence of child sexual abuse has been estimated at 19.7% for females and 7.9% for males. Most sexual abuse offenders are acquainted with their victims. Approximately 30% are relatives of the child, most often brothers, fathers, uncles, or cousins. Around 60% are other acquaintances such as friends, other family, babysitters, or neighbors. Strangers are the offenders in approximately 10% of child sexual abuse cases. Most child sexual abuse is committed by men. Studies on female child molesters show that women commit 14% to 40% of offences reported against boys and 6% of offences reported against girls. In an emotional video shared via Instagram page on Wednesday, April 28, 2021, the comedian narrated how the actor defiled a young girl when she was 7. Princess said, after the crash of her marriage, some parents allowed her children, 6 in number, to come and live with her so she wouldn't be lonely. In her words, I've read and heard a lot over the last few days. I don't wish anyone to go through what I'm going through. Some years ago, I had challenges in my marriage, and some parents in my area, out of compassion, allow their children to stay with me so that I wouldn't feel lonely. There were 6 of them, 3 boys and 3 girls. Baba Jesha had some challenges and came to me for help. I enrolled him for GCE. That day he came for more help and I was at home. The comedian revealed that it was on his visit to her house that he defiled a little girl. According to her, the actor warned the child not to tell anyone. He even came the next day to be sure that she didn't tell anyone. He told her that he brought fruits and that she should come downstairs to pick them. When she followed him down, he used his key to defile her, an emotional princess revealed. She also stated that the defilement harmed the child as she began to decline academically and otherwise. However, 7 years after the child revealed to her that she was defiled by Baba Jesha. I sent him a DM and told him that I had a movie to shoot, so he should come to the house. While he was on his way, I told the CCTV company to come and fix the camera because I remembered that my sister told me that if we do not have evidence, people will think we want to set Baba Ijesha up, she added. She narrated how the actor came to her house and tried to molest the same girl again. The police were immediately called and he was arrested. Princess slammed those who have accused her of trying to tarnish the image of the actor. According to the police, the actor confessed to defiling the girl and has since been in Banti police station, Yaba.
If you believe that I'm lying, why don't you wish it on your children or go and see him in Banti and ask him? Why would I want to set somebody up, somebody that I'm the one helping him? Why? Why? And enjoy. And enjoy my happy way. I'm not okay. But let me tell you, especially those people who he's plotting with, who are trying to see if they can model everything. Even if I die today,
you cannot confirm if we have seen it and we are trying to hide it. We are not the one investigating. And for anybody to now start twisting that I am demanding that the video, you went online to say, I am demanding the video. Social media is sensitive. There was no time I said, if the video had been released and I did not talk, it is a simple coinage of language. I must not speak in volume before everybody understands. Fine, I write in long. That is my nature. I can't change it. If you are accused of any crime, trust me, on my honor, I will not judge you until I can balance the story. I don't use my brain that way. I have a very decent background. And if people are beginning to grow with that kind of a background whereby they don't want to judge, they don't want to wait, they want to judge, they will judge you too because you are prone to suspicion anytime. You are prone to be a suspect. And we will continue to live in that kind of society. We will keep inheriting that to the next generation. And then Nigeria will continue to be the way it is.
So what do you think about people who falsely accuse other people of rape?
Well, you know, rape issue not be there. I'm not going to say you rape my pikin or you rape my daughter if you not rape her. So before they bring topic like you rape my pikin, now something evolve. Not be there. It's no force or there. Now guy man go you want to deny. I be saying I fuck up. Say he call the year. Say I say me I sleep with one small girl for area. You know, for Nigeria, sex now free. My guy say money for handbag for grand. Be I say sex be like handshake. In other words, my guy say now how which level now be sex for Nigeria. So sex full everywhere. Look how many babe dey the road. If you say you want to sleep with a woman, before you go straight reach the junction, bros. I beg you, woman matter. Make them leave that matter. Not be joke.
Such people like that have to really, check themselves. They really need to sit down and self-examine themselves on every area, because criticism it's like a major thing now in the world now. Anybody can just come up anywhere, anytime, any day and say, oh, such person did this to me, such person did this thing. And whereas the person didn't do anything, it could actually make such person, the victim, have trauma, commit suicide and all of that. It's not nice seeing, one person just wake up one morning and the next thing, all you could actually think of is to accuse another person of something he or she did not do. So it's wrong. It's so wrong. Even though you want to accuse somebody, be sure, gather your info about what he or she has done about such things. That's all.
I don't have answers to the answer to that off the top of my head, but yeah, jail time, that's part of it. You need to pay, definitely issue an apology. Not even an apology. You should actually come out and drop a disclaimer that okay, whatever you said is actually wrong. And with regards to punishment, maybe jail time is fine, but whoever is, I know a couple of persons will be chanting capital sentence now. I really am not party to that, but definitely jail time, that works. And we should understand why. I'm not really the type of person to just go ahead and punish people without understanding the reason behind their action. So we should probably try and understand why this person is actually doing this. And then with regards to that, punishment without correction is pointless. because there's no point to punishment when the person is not being corrected, because you still want to see the human side of them. So yeah, punish them and find a way to actually help them restructure whatever mentality that brought about the action.
If there's no evidence for you to lay a fake allegation on someone, that person should face the punishment, the judgment.
To me, when you don't catch or caught someone doing anything, you are not meant to accuse the person. So if you have your documents or you have any evidence to prove that, okay, this person has done this, okay, I have the pictures, I have evidence to show. If you don't have any evidence, so it's not good to just accuse someone illegally. So if I'm the one, I can even charge the person to the courts if I have the money. That's all about that.
What I find out the truth that I did not do that, they will pay me for that character assassination. They will pay me for it. Definitely, I will sue them. They will pay me for it, and they will still go back publicly and announce it that they should clear my name. That's it.
That's actually not good. I don't think you should do that, because if you accuse someone of rape, you're putting that person in a bad state, and if that person is jailed or penalized for that, it's on you. I think it should not be done. You should allow the law do what they should do, and if it's actually a rape case, that person should be tried. Yes.
Do you think there should be a penalty for every false accuser?
Yes, sure, there should be.
The word pedophile is commonly applied indiscriminately to anyone who sexually abuses a child, but child sexual offenders are not pedophiles unless they have a strong sexual interest in prepubescent children. Under the law, child sexual abuse is often used as an umbrella term describing criminal and civil offenses in which an adult engages in sexual activity with a minor or exploits a minor for the purpose of sexual gratification. The American Psychological Association states that children cannot consent to sexual activity with adults and condemns any such action by an adult. An adult who engages in sexual activity with a child is performing a criminal and immoral act which never can be considered normal or a socially acceptable behavior.
Child rape, no, that's demonic. That's spiritual. That's satanic. Honestly, in my opinion, a child, nah, come on. There's nothing attractive there. If I'm not saying there's something attractive about raping anybody, but a child, no, that's just sad. That's bloody spiritual. Beyond pathetic. Like I don't think there are English words to probably, you have to go into Latin or probably speak in tongues for the spiritual side to properly understand how you feel concerning.
I feel you, Pastor. I feel you, Pastor. All right, great stuff. So what do you think about people who falsely accuse other people of rape?
I think that's one of the greatest depths somebody could go to, you know, falsely accusing somebody in the first place. It's terrible. Then of rape, you know, rape is a very sensitive issue. You can hear somebody stole and you're like, man, a thief. You heard somebody did this. But when you hear rape, come on, no man, or even women will take it to an extreme. But then a man that has a child, that has a daughter, will not want to imagine that. So rape is very sensitive, and for you to accuse someone of that, you need Jesus.
That is even worse, because for an adult to rape a child, then that person has a psychological problem. I think it has been happening over time, and I feel we should really see to it this time. Old men raping children, I think it's really, really bad. It's devastating.
So what do you think the penalty for every rapist should be?
Firstly, they should be put in a mental home for correction, because I notice sometimes these people get put in jail and they later get released and they go back to society and do the same thing. So I think they should be corrected mentally and also be jailed for a long time.
I gave you a pastor's number when you have problem with your marriage. Did I know that you can molest a 7-year-old or harass a 7-year-old? But you are not making me understand. If you are saying the devil, that was some years ago. You repeated it again. Does it mean you have done it to other people? I know.
All right. So do you think there's a possibility for women to rape men?
Well, we have always seen cases of that. There's a possibility, because it's towards its gender. There's a possibility, like on a scale of 1 to 10, we can always see it around 4 to 5, probably, because women, you know, tend to have more feelings than men, because women, you know, strong and everything. But women, they want all of their lifetime, they want care and attention and all of the things that give them joy, and anything that would hurt them, they don't want. So the desire, when they don't get it, has to make them do what they want to do. The same thing to men. For the men, when they grow up in the wrong manner, with having bad guys, bad friends all around them, when they grow up in the bad manner of life, that's what really happens. What's to them?
Not all men are as strong as all other men, so definitely, and you can drug, like we've seen situations where people get drugged and get raped, so you are even in your most vulnerable states at the point where you're drugged and you're without strength. Anybody can rape anybody, definitely.
Yes, it's very possible, because long time ago I saw it on the social media. A post of a lady like 65-year-old raping a 10-year-old. It's not fair. I believe they are using their destiny for something else. Maybe for them to be more wealthy in their business, or for them to be progressive in life. So it's not meant to be done. If anybody is caught in that action, there should be justice should be done.
My brother, in this country, Nigeria, it happens. That's I remember in the gay hostel or somewhere in the east, somewhere part of the east, a gay hostel, that some gay, they raped a Aboki man shoemaker. They slept till the Aboki man died. So girls, they raped too. But what was that? In Nigeria, they both did the same thing. They normally rape.
Alright guys, we've come to the end of another amazing show. It has been fantastic having everybody watch today. And of course, like, come your way, same time, same station. Remember to follow us on Instagram at official HipTv and on Twitter at HipTv. Remember, no one deserves to go through the trauma of rape. So say no to rape. My name is Lexi Amarni. I'll catch you next time.
Where did you open?
We're here.
That's all. That's all.
No.
Where again?
I open here.
That's all.
I enter here.
Is it your house?
Bushman, when you are
house. But I was not around.
Is it your house?
No.
Was the owner around?
But no.
So much. You have never been here before.
That's why you molest her daughter.
No.
That's what you're telling me. That you feel free
to pay her back with that. I did bad. Anywhere I did bad. I don't need to hide my feelings or anything. I'm not lying, please.
But I'm saying, why harass her again? That's why I say twice. That's why we are asking.
That's the thing.